Good morning. My name is Danielle Holmes. I am here on behalf of the residents with Blossom Apartments. I'm also here representing the Mississippi Impact Coalition, which organizations are represented as People's Advocacy Institute, the Mississippi Poor People's Campaign, as well as One Voice. And other community organizations have also partnered in with us to get some solutions and to hear the concerns and direction in which residents are asking to go with this matter regarding the water shutoff. First, we'll have Ms. Kamika speaking.
Good morning, you guys. My name is Kamika Booker. I am a resident of the Blossom Apartments. First, we want to address the issues with the mayor thing about everybody has been relocated. No one has been relocated. We're still seeking water. We have to have people to come bring us food because we don't have water. We've been getting help, but it's not the help that we expected. We have a lot of issues going on with these apartments. We have mold, mildew. We have no maintenance people. We can't call on anyone if something's go wrong with these apartments. We have water issues. Floods is flooding. Some of the apartments are flooded. We have a lot of issues going on out here besides the water. But our main concern right now is the water. We haven't talked to anyone about the water issues. No one has responded. No one from the office is returning anybody calls. No, we can't get in touch with anybody. So at this point, we at a standstill. Besides seeking help, we have smart kids out here, guys. We have our smart kids. They have to go to school. We have to, try to press on with our kids going to school and this water issues going on. So if we could get any help or any answers, we would like that. But right now, we don't have any answers. As far as everybody saying in the office about the water, they making contact about this water issue and relocating everybody. I'm sorry, that is not happening. We don't have any response out here at all. So for this matter, if someone could either reach out to somebody, because like I said, we can't even get in touch with anybody in the office. As you can see, nobody's never in the office. First through the fifth, they may be here, but after that, you don't have anyone to speak with. Others are concerned about the water. We just need some help, y'all. All we can ask is for help. That's all I have to say.
Next, we'll have Ms. Shan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shanquana Hayes. I'm a resident also here at the Blossom, and I just wanted to speak. Miss Kamika, she pretty much laid it all out, but I just want to share with everyone how heartbroken we all are. We're pretty much scared, devastated. As you can see, I'm not dressed because we don't have the proper equipment in our homes, and most of us can't afford to get hotels all the time. And we have kids missing school. We have babies. Yeah, we need help. We do. And they saying we been relocated. That's not true. I don't think no one has moved out or been relocated. So I don't know why they're saying that. It's for one already that you guys have us stuck in this situation, and then you're fabricating stories and making it seem like we're getting help when we're not. I don't understand. But all we ask is like Miss Kamika said, we just asking for help. At least until we can get some answers, because clearly we're being thrown to the woods, and no one besides some organizations, this nice lady, um, a few more other organizations that's been out here to help. But we need to leave, and or somebody needs to pay for this, because this is really unfair. We got kids, elderly, babies, everything. It's not fair. It's not. And I also hope that you guys pray for us, because we need it. Thank you.
I also want to acknowledge that these residents are going on 3 weeks without water. There has been no returns of calls from Mr. Little. I have reached out to Mr. Tony Little. The residents are saying that they have not been able to reach the property manager, Ms. Shamila Minor. I got a call this morning from a former resident that in June she went before Judge Palmer to discuss these issues. They actually took Blossom Apartments to court, or Blossom Apartments took them to court for refusal of rent. And the issue around the refusal of rent was the water. At that time, allegedly, Ms. Minor told Judge Palmer that the water bill had been paid. And at that point, Judge Palmer moved forward with evicting the young lady. And so we have some judicial problems here going on. We have elected officials who are dropping the ball. And we definitely have Mr. Tony Little, managing partner of Blossom's Apartments, who has extremely dropped the ball. We are these slumlords that are coming into this city. We are organizing now as community organizations, such as a tenant union, so that these issues will not continue to happen. There has been, for some reason, slumlords feel as if this is the place to come and do business in the city of Jackson. And I must say, and hold myself accountable, after yesterday, I didn't see what I actually witnessed inside of these apartments. You have a large manhole that's open right here behind the apartment playground, along with raw sewage that is running on this property. All of these issues exist. I've shared them via social media, and I would love to share them with you all as well. It is important that the public know, that this world know, this condition that the Jackson water crisis is causing residents in the city of Jackson. Thank you.
Also, add that some of these apartments has no air.
And Miss Kamika's apartment is without air. It is covered with gnats and flies. And she sent me over pictures of that last night as well. These conditions are deplorable, inhumane, and totally unacceptable. And yes, we are calling out Mayor John Horn. We are calling out Jackson Water. We are calling out Mr. Tony Little. We are calling out the Department of Health. We are calling out Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality. We're calling out all entities involved or should be holding apartment property owners accountable to these kinds of living conditions. This is totally unacceptable. And we do know that Blossom Apartments, they aren't the only apartments out that are operating in such manner in the city of Jackson.
And can we ask questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I know you're talking about holding people accountable like Mr. Little, Jackson Water, and Mayor John Horn. But some of these issues unfortunately started under the previous administration as well. Did they know about it, and what did they do to try to fix it?
Actually, they predated before the previous administration, right? Slumlords have been in existence across this city for quite some time. This has gotten to a peak. This is what we're at now, is at a peak where we can say we cannot tolerate slumlords operating in the manner in which they've been operating in. Whatever is going, renters are paying their rent. So we are looking to get legislation passed. We'll hold property owners accountable, mandating that utilities that are collected from tenants go into an escrow account that has to be only paid to use for utilities only, and not for your general operating use, and end up in a condition such as this.
We had a moratorium years ago. That's supposed to be doing a moratorium on apartments, period. And then, making sure everybody was able to get affordable homes. You probably heard about that.
Yes,
years ago. But now you're seeing more and more apartments. Then the price changes, and then, like I said, you've had problems with tenants paying their rent and everything, and at different prices, and the bills are not getting paid as far as, like I said, for the utilities. Are you seeing more and more on the rise like this, from those apartment owners?
You're seeing more and more of all kind of dilapidated and inhumane conditions. We talk about Chapel Ridge, but what I will say is that the previous administration did recently, I think it was last year before last, they started some kind of task force where, or an ordinance where landlords had to begin to register their apartments, and they started beginning to hold landlords accountable. Unfortunately, that work doesn't happen overnight. There are numerous apartments and slumlords across the state, and we're not just, across the city, and we're not just talking about apartments, right? You have houses, rental houses that are in worse conditions, and people are living in them. Residents have been trying to get relocated, those who have Section 8 vouchers. However, the conditions that they're meeting are even more deplorable than these conditions, and so they're at a crossroad.
I have a question. Has anybody, this is Fred Chalmers with the Whistleblower Project, has anybody reached out to Governor Tate Reeves? When we talk about accountability, I think he should be included as well. He always seems to be ducking and dodging from us people. Yeah. But when his people in need, he can go help them, but when he can't come over here, can he? Well, anybody reached out to him?
I have not reached out to Governor Tate Reeves. I know Governor Tate Reeves' position on this, and he doesn't believe in giving handouts to poor and low-income people.
Oh, he likes to steal money from people. That's what he likes to do, right? He likes to steal welfare money, right? Allegedly, that's what we'll say, right? Has anybody reached out to Benny Thompson? Benny Thompson can show his face, too. He for the people, right?
No, we have not reached out to Congressman Benny Thompson.
Oh, Benny Thompson, okay. You hear that, Benny Thompson? Governor Tate Reeves? Blossom Apartments.
Yes.
Just from a resident standpoint, just describe what these past 2 to 3 weeks have been like for you and your family living out here.
A horror movie. Can you imagine not being able to properly use your restroom, or simply taking a bath, or not cleaning your home the way you want to? It's essential. We need water. And I'm going to get a little bit more personal. My health condition. And I try not to mention that because I feel like this, I don't want any attention drawn to myself because I care about everyone else as well. It's not a me thing. It's a us thing. And it's a we thing. We're a community. We fight together and we struggle together out here. We help each other. But I, as well as others, it's people out here with health conditions. You can see my skin. I have, a medical condition, and my skin is itching and burning constantly every single day. And sometimes the only way I can get just a little bit relief is water. Now, I don't have that.
So are you having to go to like other people's houses to bathe and things
Sometimes
like
I just suffer and just deal with it because sometimes, it's not easy to travel so much with a baby and with kids and stuff like that. So I don't know, y'all. I just pray and keep moving. I don't know. You asked me what it's been like. It's been a nightmare. That's what it's been like.
And just how does it make you feel to know that you were paying your rent, paying your money, but it's the owner who dropped the ball and now y'all are
Hopeless, like a prisoner.
Person fifth just passed. Was someone here to collect
No,
that rent?
normally they're here every month. That's the only time we see them is the first through the fifth. Not this month because they know they're wrong. How do they sleep at night? Look at us. Me, Miss Kamika, she got kids. I got kids. Miss, I'm sorry. All of us have kids. Miss Stacy, this not right. Miss Stacy, she has multiple family in units out here. So she can't just pack up her stuff and leave. She got her and like 3 more units that's occupied by her kids. Can y'all believe that?
I have reached out to multiple people. I have reached out to Judge Henry T. Wingate. They told me that he would be the one that would make, I don't want to come up, that he would be the one that would help us get the water back on. I have left several messages. His team would take my name and number. My concern is to get this water on. We appreciate everything everybody has done from bringing the food to bringing the water. But the main concern, let me tell you what I saw. And let me tell you, I saw a mother take a Lowe's bucket and fill it with water to bathe her child for the first day of school. Put her baby in a bucket to bathe her baby so he can go up there to school for the first day. That's not right. Stu Pot is lying. The media is lying. Everybody that has been here since day one when this water was cut off is still here. They are not relocating any of us. We are still here. We are living in a nightmare. We make a plea to the mayor, to the water commissioner, somebody to help get this water on. I know eventually we're still going to have to leave from over here at the Blossom, but our plea is don't to turn the water off on us like that. That's not right. That's inhumane. But the monkeys at the zoo still have water. They owe millions of dollars. They didn't cut their water off, but you have human beings here at the Blossom that they shut the water off. So what is that saying? We're less than the animals, the monkeys at the zoo. We need help. I have reached out to Miss Buckley, Miss Stu Pot, Miss Jones. Oh, we're going to call you back. We're waiting for donations from the church to come in to help you people. Nobody is helping us. They're sending us around in circles, and nobody is coming to help us.
Anybody reach out to the NAACP?
No. We have not. I did not know to do that. The more ammunition I get, I just want the water turned back on so people can bathe and until we get up out of here, until we can relocate. We're asking that the water commissioner, the mayor, or somebody would help get this water turned back on until we leave here.
We've been told multiple times that HUD or the Region 6 was going to meet with residents, or that they'd come out here to meet with residents. Have you met with anyone at the
They
same
have
time?
the ones that have vouchers. HUD called everyone that had a voucher. I think it's 7 people over here that have vouchers. They went to the HUD office and picked up their vouchers and said that they have like 30 days or something to go find housing. Then after that, you can come in and file for an extension. It's hard trying to relocate and find somewhere else. Nobody wants to take the HUD voucher. It has depleted them. It's really hard. You can't say, okay, well, here's a piece of paper, and you're combing Jackson trying to find we don't take the voucher. It's hard. When I tell you it's hard trying to even just relocate to find somewhere else to live. It's hard.
And for relocation, I wanted to ask too, I'm assuming it's mainly financial why people can't relocate. Are there other reasons as well?
Yes, of course, yes. Look what we are. Look what we are. Yes, the finances is the main issue. Look what we are.
I do want to ask a question. Go ahead.
Also, so let me add, I did reach out to a couple resources. I reached out to Mississippi Partnership. Okay, this is the thing with some of these resources, and it's crazy to me. You got parents with kids. I reached out to one resource, and they told me if I wasn't an AIDS victim, it was nothing they can do. I reached out to another resource. They asked me where is my baby father, and if my kids wasn't, and me and my kids wasn't laying up under a tree, it's nothing they could do. They wasn't trying to help me and my children, regardless if I was trying to pay, regardless of if I had a hotel. They wasn't doing anything unless I was an AIDS victim. Now I'm trying to understand, how do an AIDS victim top a parent with kids? So you rather help someone with AIDS than a single parent with children. So a lot of resources are telling you that if you don't have a certain disease or have this going on, it's nothing they can do. I have reached out to several resources, you guys. I mean, several. And I'm not getting an answer. I'm not getting any response other than you have to be laid up under a tree or an AIDS victim. And it's kind of crazy to me. I'm not understanding. If someone can help me understand that, that would be awesome. But I really don't understand that issue. But I have reached out to multiple resources.
And the places you check, they're like double, triple the price when you're trying to go to.
Yes, they really are. It's expensive to move. I don't care what nobody say. They want your rent and your deposit the same amount, and 3 times the rent, 2 times. And you don't have. A lot of people do not have that income. You a single parent, you work in one household, one person working in a household, you just not going to have that type of income. I don't care what nobody say, how you try to do it. It's not going to work. You got to have more than one person to have that type of income. And if you're a single parent with that income, that's all you have.
So it's kind of like these HUD vouchers are, a good thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
These HUD vouchers are good. It's good to say that, but it's really not providing all the resources.
Correct. And half of us don't have HUD. I'm one of the persons that don't have HUD. I'm a single parent with 6 kids and no HUD. So I do this alone. So imagine a person with HUD and a person without HUD. Well, the HUD people are really going through the same thing as the single parents because they're not getting any assistance also. So from here, y'all, we just messed up. I don't know.
So who owns this out of state?
What's his name? Tony Little. Yeah.
And this will be my next question.
Go ahead.
Mr. Little said he doesn't have the $408,000 and he refuses to pay because he thinks he's being billed inaccurately. So that means the water will stay off of the foreseeable future.
I heard that also. I heard that they tried to make a payment plan with him before. He didn't follow through with the payment plan before, so they're not going to work with him anymore. I really did hear that. That was actually true. That was the water people said. They're not working with him anymore. He got to pay the whole thing in order for them to turn the water back on. So that's
I guess
it.
Even more devastating news to know that he don't have
it is. It's very frustrating. Y'all, if y'all could live and walk in our shoes right now, y'all would see how things is going. But if you're paying your rent and your rent is included, your water is included in your rent, that's not understandable. But from my understanding, they came over here one day this week to check the mail to see if anybody dropped rent. Nobody's paying rent, you guys. Nobody is paying rent. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody going to pay rent. We can't even get water. So why would we pay rent?
Does it make you wonder, like, what was he doing with the money?
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, was you actually doing anything from the beginning? Was you actually paying any? How do you want this is my question. How do you want your tenants to do right when you can't do right? You can't expect your tenants to do something that you're not doing. Now, I'm really getting upset because this is really making me mad because you want us to do right, but you're not doing right. You understand what I'm saying? You got to walk in somebody else's shoes. And for you to sit here and act like that you're making a statement, you're not making a statement. You're making us suffer for something you did. That's not our problem. And I'm really mad because that doesn't make any sense. And half of us is dealing with other issues in our apartment. Mine, I have no heat, no air. It's hot, 100 and some degrees outside with 6 kids. I have maggots everywhere in my apartment. And I done sent pictures. I have problems going on in my apartment. I have water issues coming down through my walls. I have issues. Everybody in this apartment complex have issues, not only mine. But for air, I don't have air. Me and my kids have to suffer. We suffering.
This all goes back to, like she said,
Yes.
all your utilities
Yes,
come out of your
everything
apartment.
coming out of your payment. You don't want us to do right, and you're not doing right. So stop asking us to do right when you're not doing right. Get yourself under control and get yourself together, and we can get ourselves together. That's that. That's how that goes.
And I know Jackson Water is trying to send a message to Mr. Little for not paying, but would you all like to see them show some grace to the residents? Because y'all
Yes.
Exactly. That's all
Yes,
that we ask
that's
for.
all we ask.
Until we're able to leave here, we make a plea to the water commissioner and to whoever that could help us to get water until we leave here. If they say, well, okay, we're gonna a month or two, and
Maybe
then that's
even 2 hours each day. We're not asking for y'all to give us anything,
Yeah.
but completely nothing.
Nothing. No answers. That's the kidding part. You can't get in touch with the manager. Your overall manager himself is not responding. Who do you call? Who do we respond to? Who gonna answer who gonna answer us? Everybody want us to answer everybody else, but who's answering us? And we're the one with kids. We're the one with families out here. We are the one who's suffering, not them. I bet Mr. Little is living great up under his air with water, doing everything. Miss Minor's doing everything she needs to do versus us.
Does anybody know where Mr. Little lives?
And can I
From
speak on
my
it?
understanding, Louisiana. Yes, sir.
It's a community activist. Her name is Miss L. Marie Brown. She was out here maybe 3 weeks ago, and she was helping with water and everything. And she was telling us about the SES program that Mr. Little is the chairman over up in Monroe, Louisiana, and that he lives right across from the governor mansion and his mansion in Monroe, Louisiana. And he is behind on his payments for being a chairman with that very program. And it's a program there in Louisiana that is a community program. They help people in the community. Mr. Little wants to stop it.
So do you all have to go out and buy bottled water, or are you all depending on people donating water, drinking water?
It's both. Both. Because when people donate, it still runs out. So we still have to, try to keep it.
Ms. Danielle, you over there?
Yes.
Got a question for you.
Yes.
So in your press release, you alluded to environmental racism. So now knowing that Tony Little is that manager here, the black man, is this someone else that you're alluding to that said that that's a part of this environmental racism?
Sure. When you look at the governor, who knows what's going on in the city, he's actually I call him Mayor Tate Reeves. When you look at MDEQ, when you look at the health department, I can assure you, if this was not happening in South Jackson, but happening over in Northeast Jackson, we would have different responses, and that's factual.
So what are the next steps for Mississippi Impact Coalition? What's the next step for the coalition?
We are going to organize with community, making sure that their voices are centered and heard. We are looking to start a tenant union here in the city of Jackson and across the state of Mississippi to combat these slumlord issues that are happening, not just in Jackson, it's happening all across the state. But after being revealed what we saw on yesterday and really getting a real clear picture of what's happening to these residents and living in inhumane conditions, this has been now a number one priority on our list.
What has the health department? I'm glad I heard that. The health department, what are they saying? Because they can actually control the situation. They could really step in, and their funding is kind of.
We're going to be doing some open letters to the health department, as well as the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality, along with Governor Tate Reeves. We're going to do open letters so that it will be factual and shown that we actually sent letters out on behalf of Blossom Apartments, and we'll be waiting on a response.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for talking.
Anybody else want to speak their mind?
Yeah, you want to speak up, man?
Your name?
I really just want to say it's a sad situation.
Hey, let me get you.
I really want to say it's a sad situation for the community because y'all got these people living like animals. You know, I was seeing pictures of the mold that can kill you. You know, and then you got these people with kids, children. They got to go back to school, can't take baths, and you know they got to reach out to all these different communities to get help when the owner ain't even handling his business. That doesn't make any sense. So I just feel sorry for these people, man. They living in very unhealthy conditions, and it's sad. It's sad. So you know, whoever can help them and everybody that they reaching out to, hopefully they'll come through, and you know, hopefully the owner, hopefully he sees this and has a change of heart. You know, and I just hope he do the right thing. You know, I feel sorry for these people, man.
What's your name, brother?
I'm Mark Bellinger.
How do you spell your last name?
Bellinger. Yeah, I feel sorry for these people, man. However I can help, I'm gonna help. You know, so yeah, man.
Governor Tate Reeves can go to the Neshoba County Fair down there with his Klan rally.
Hey, they can go everywhere else, but can't show up for the people.
Yeah, can't show up
Like
for the
that don't
people
make
right here.
sense. Like
Governor's mentioned right in the
it's your
middle of
city.
Jackson.
It's your city. Like why not? Y'all see these folks in these conditions, mold, no water, like animal living, right? Like, come on, man, be real. Like, hey, I'm just praying for these people. Hopefully, this situation will change for everybody.